HTH is brought to you by Magri Moving for all your local, in-state, and interstate moving needs. Whether you need help with packing, junk removal, furniture assembly, object-related moving assistance, or even senior-specific moving needs, Magri Moving has your back. Mention this ad by Hat-Trick Hockey and they'll knock off 10% from your bill. They can't wait to take your call and set up your next move. Call Magri Moving at 519-991-6097. That's 519-991-6097. Get it done with Magri Moving. What's going on, all you beauts and beauties? Welcome to the Hat Trick Hockey Podcast, brought to you by GL Heritage, the official beer of Hat Trick Hockey. I am your host, Brett Hedges, joined by the creator and owner of the show, Ant Gaudette, and Hockey Google himself. You might hear him on the Essex 73's live stream. That's Tristan McGuire. Support our sponsors, folks, by supporting us. Support our sponsors because they support us. Make sure you use your promo code for biosteel.ca at HTH Hockey to get 20% off your order. And of course, use the same promo code HTH Hockey to get 10% off your order with Howie's Hockey Tape. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media channels and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. What you're probably watching us right now, hit that subscribe button, please. Get those subs up so we can, be like, woo, we have so many subscribers. Boo, boo, boo.
And hey,
anyway,
HTH podcasts on those codes.
I've never messed that up before.
We got
dash one right out of the gate,
Okay.
off your skate,
HTH
right to
podcast.
the guy, wide open net, tap in. Brett's -1.
Puts it right into the corner. Okay, so once again, biosteel.ca, use the promo code HTH podcast to get 20% off your order on BioSteel, and of course use the same promo code HTH podcast at Howie's Hockey Tape.
That's why I was laughing.
Well.
Sorry, buddy. I still
it's
love
okay.
You.
Dash one for the kid every once in a while, Gentlemen, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Excellent. In the past week, we've been very busy. The NHL is in training camp. Mm-hmm. We've got some PJHL action, but I think that we need to talk about all the dollar bills that were brought to Kirill Kaprizov from the Minnesota Wild. And when he was asked if he liked his contract, Bill Guerin says he fucking better be excited about the contract. Boys, we've got a new top dog in the NHL making $14 million a year over an 8-year contract. Unreal.
It's 17.
Is it more?
17. It's 130. It's a $136 million deal.
Yeah.
Holy cow! It's so big that I can't even get the numbers right. Boys, this is a huge precedent set for the future of the NHL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just gonna say that, like, the ramifications now based upon this contract, like, not so much Kaprizov getting that much, but the landscape it sets for the next 5 years after the cap goes up again. I think the name we all think about is Connor McDavid, and what number does he get now as a result? It's got to be in excess of 20 million. Got to be.
Gonna be close for sure.
I mean, it
might be a supermax, like 25.
But I mean, does he really want to do that? Take up that much of the cap if he's trying to win a cup? Is that something
Leon
you necessarily want to do?
Right?
Because I know I wouldn't want to do that. It doesn't matter. He's already made a shitload of money.
I'm not going to win a cup in Edmonton if I'm him.
Well, everybody seems to think he's going to Toronto because apparently Toronto's going to have 22 million on the cap. So,
fiddly D. Yeah, too bad they have to fill like 5 more roster spots.
Agreed.
So the thing is, I think McDavid's going to go to a team that has a lot of cap and very few spots to fill. Like I mentioned the last time we were talking about this, like I think a team like Carolina could make it work, and they're a team that could pay him the right amount as well as win him a cup. Like, see, that's the problem. With Edmonton, he's going to have to take a heavy pay cut in order for them to try and be competitive enough to win because they already have Draisaitl. Who exactly is Carolina forking out a ton of money to? Nobody. They traded away their big contract contender that would have been in Rantanen. They're still looking for that elite superstar. I think Connor McDavid's going to be it.
Are we seriously talking about Connor McDavid leaving Edmonton? Like, do you guys think he's going to leave?
I think he should.
You think he should?
if he wants to win a Stanley Cup.
I mean, it would just be weird seeing him in another jersey that's not Edmonton.
Tell
Do
me
you
this.
want to go over just the other top paid players in the league to kind of see what other people are getting as compared to what we think McDavid could should get?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Tell you this.
I'm trying to think who else.
McKinnon makes
Mark
really cheap.
Rosen.
He makes 12.5, so that's super cheap compared to the rest of the league. Marner recently got a big contract. He's making 13,
I think so.
Yes.
and
So Kirill just signed his deal. He's going to get over $17 million. Ah, damn.
Hmm. No, it's
Is it
just
my internet?
no. You're good. We can still like go
we're
ahead,
still
bro. Yeah,
don't
we're
worry.
good. We're crispy.
But
I'm sorry, boys.
I
All right.
think that the contract that's going to be the largest upcoming, I don't know. Maybe when Bedard um, hits his stride finally, he's the only one who I think ends up making more than McDavid long term, or McKenna when he eventually gets in the league. But I think McDavid gets like 23 million on
Damn.
an open
That's a lot of
market.
change.
Damn
If
right.
And
it's a
that's like an
team,
average salary in the NBA too.
yeah, well, what's a team that has a lot of cap and could use a superstar? Obviously, we mentioned the Canes. I think Utah Mammoth, if he wants to go there, that could be a team that has enough space and they're young enough that a lot of players aren't making a ton of money there. Like I think Clayton Keller's their only
Mhm.
player with in excess of $6 million contract. So
Mhm. You
they
guys
have
know
lost.
that Edmonton just grabbed one of the Utah goalies, right? Connor
Yeah,
Ingram.
Connor Ingram.
So does that open up a spot for Carter Hart in Utah?
I think Carter Hart's going to
Potentially.
go right back to
He
Philadelphia.
really because he can sign in
Mhm.
what, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see where he goes. Stevie, if there's a time to sign a 14th goalie, now's the time.
Are you kidding
but
me? Stay
yeah,
away from that.
but it's just
I don't care, guilty or innocent, he still did something. Bye bye. Don't
I
need
get
that
it.
kind of PR.
I get
Plus,
it.
we already have in my opinion, I think John Gibson is better right now than Carter Hart, especially considering he just missed the last year.
Yeah.
So, uh, I think that he's going to go to, who has something to do something really funny? The opportunity? Toronto. They could sign him at a really cheap contract and bring him in. Uh, but I think he goes right back to Philadelphia. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's probably a safe bet. Just for the record, Leon Draisaitl makes 14 million. Austin Matthews makes 13 and a quarter. McKinnon makes 12.6
Yeah.
for Colorado. Connor McDavid makes 12.5. Mitch Marner makes 12. Mikko
Okay.
Rantanen makes 12. Panarin, the bread man, makes 11.64 for New York. Elias Pettersson makes 11.6 for Vancouver. Willie Nylander makes 11.5 for Toronto. Eric Carlson makes 11.5 for Pittsburgh. And Igor Shesterkin makes 11.5 for the New York Rangers. So those are the top salaries in the NHL.
Wow. I keep forgetting that Shesterkin makes 11.5. That's kind of a bad contract,
That's
honestly.
heavy.
He's good, but
Heavy.
Yeah, that's heavy.
I think Hellebuck makes 8 mil and Ottinger makes 7 mil, and they both had seasons that outperformed Shesterkin last year. So
Hmm.
goaltending isn't really a position you want to start forking out money. And well, look at those teams. They're not. I mean, Winnipeg's successful, but not so much the Rangers.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Any other thoughts on that Kaprizov contract? What do you think it's going to do for top six forwards that maybe I
I
think it could make top six forwards start to ask for double digits a lot easier. Um, you think about a
Hands
guy,
down.
yeah, like a couple of guys were probably wishing that contract had already come out before this offseason, like Nikolai Ehlers from Winnipeg. He probably would have made double digits had that already been a set precedent, but we'll see. I think that's a perfect amount for Kaprizov. He needs supporting cast. If that guy ever played on a team with someone better than Joel Eriksson Ek as his center, he would be unbelievably good.
hmm
I wish he would have gone to a team like Chicago. That would have been really cool to see.
yeah, I put him with Bedsy.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Or Frank Nazar even. Anyone a fast center with a good shot, they would have been a dynamic duo. Like
Mhm.
Kaprizov doesn't really have anybody. Who's Kaprizov's like I'm trying to think of who else is on that Wild team that is elite. I like the Marco Rossi, but I think he's kind of more of a middle six guy on that team.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, like Marco Rossi's good, but he's not elite. Like
no,
could be, I guess, but
yeah, and they traded away Kevin Fiala years ago, so
McDavid's got to be
who would you
licking his chops
Mhm.
after seeing that deal.
for sure? But according to you, Ant, you think he's gonna
But
have to take a big pay cut. So
I
which is
didn't.
it?
I mean, if I was him, like you've been to the finals 2 years in a row.
Yeah,
You're playing alongside one of the best players in the world, also who just signed a long-term deal there. He's
right.
kind of been ride or die with you the entire time, pretty well. Like, I just don't think that Leon signs that big deal thinking that
Oh,
Connor's gone. I just don't think he does because why the hell would he stay there if there's no McDavid? Then he's kind of on a fucking island all by himself at that point. And I just don't think either of them would do that to one another. I just think that they're that close off the ice as well. We see photos of them on frickin' Instagram. They're like glued to the hip, these two.
All
So
right,
that's
here's the thing. So Leon Draisaitl, right? How
mhm.
much of his value is him being Draisaitl? I'm gonna say something crazy here, so bear with me. How
oh
much of his
boy.
value is him being Draisaitl, and how much of his value is him playing with McDavid? And
Okay.
do you weigh that in a trade? Now, hear me out. If McDavid has enough pull with that organization, and he whispers in the ear of a GM, now obviously this is his best friend, mind you.
Sure.
We can assume that they're good friends, him and Draisaitl. What if he
I mean, they
says,
went. He went on the guy's honeymoon with him.
Yeah.
yeah?
I'd say they're
So
close.
so what if he goes up to his GM, which is I think it's Stan Bowman, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he goes and he says, Stan Bowman, not afraid to make questionable moves. Um, go up and you say, sorry, that I just realized that works multiple ways. I did not mean it in any disrespect to the Chicago situation, but anyway, what if he says, hey, Stan, Leon's not cutting it. We need a goalie. We need a forward who can bounce back with me with right production. What if he says trade Leon Draisaitl of the Vancouver Canucks for Elias Pettersson and Thatcher Demko?
I'd rather
That's some
Leon.
fantasy booking that I can get behind.
If you're Edmonton, what are you thinking? Because is it oh no Leon Draisaitl, one of the best players in the world, or Leon Draisaitl plays with Connor McDavid? I'll say this: he's not putting up those numbers in Vancouver,
No.
and I think Pettersson would put up just as good numbers with McDavid.
But that's what I think is everybody thinks when you think of either Connor or Leon, you think of the other one right away. That's the first thing you do.
Right. I
I
just
I just don't see Leon signing that huge deal without him and Connor having a conversation of him signing again. I just I don't see them going their separate ways now. I just don't.
I don't know. I just maybe it was like a premonition, but I don't think Connor McDavid stays in Edmonton. I just picture Leon Draisaitl wearing the C for the Edmonton Oilers, and Connor McDavid is there no longer.
Mm.
And you think that he goes to Toronto?
No, I think he goes to
Okay.
Carolina.
Sorry,
Carolina.
say it again.
Carolina.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
That's a good call. I mean, t going to Toronto would be a tough.
How is
He would absolutely have the world on the world's weight on his shoulders if he went to Toronto.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But the thing is
Yeah,
though,
too much.
I don't know. I can't see him playing there. Not in like Toronto. I can't see him playing in Toronto. But Tristan, but that's the thing I was gonna say too, is like how is Carolina they seem to be in on every big dog. You ever notice that?
They've got the space. They've already been,
Like
they've gotten the big dogs, but they just don't put up the points they need to. They got Jake Gensel that one year. And he didn't agree to the long-term contract. They had Mikko Rantanen. He underperformed. Look at him in Dallas.
mhm.
Also, I got a question. Who do you think is the next captain of the Dallas Stars?
Wyatt Johnson.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's young. He's already been there. He's phenomenal fucking player. Let's face it, he's probably going to be there a long time, right? I think he's a perfect fit when that
There's like
time comes.
there's like four guys who could be it. If and when Ben retires, probably I think I'd say Miro Heiskanen.
Mhm. Yeah,
Probably.
possibly. He's got a lung issue right now, eh? Collapsed lung, Jamie Benn.
Yeah.
Jamie Benn, yeah.
So we don't know how long, but it's like I
Do
don't
you
know.
guys do you guys remember 10 years ago prime Jamie Benn winning the Art Ross trophy with
Oh,
like 85 points?
Complete psychopath too.
yes.
Yeah, he would blast
Yeah,
people and
No
then go back.
visor.
Yeah, legend.
insane that guy.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he's back at some point because, like, man, but that's a heavy injury, collapse lung.
Yeah. Oh, what about okay, I know this is football now. We're getting way off track, but
We're going
Tyreek
hell.
Hill
Yeah,
done. Career's done. But anyway,
he dislocated his knee.
tore like every ligament known to man.
Yeah, and he's in the back of the ambulance smiling on his phone, like, what he don't care. He's getting paid, man. His deal's probably guaranteed.
With the way the Dolphins season
Oh
was
yeah.
going, uh, he's yeah. Anyway,
Didn't know the
so
leg could bend that way.
anything else from the NHL, Brett, that you wanted to look at?
Nothing specifically. I know that training camps are winding down, and some big names like junior players are being sent back down.
Hmm.
Jack Nesbitt for the Windsor Spitfires got sent down from Philly. AJ Spelcy got sent down from Chicago. We're just waiting for Liam Greentree to get sent back down from the LA Kings. And the fact that Windsor was undefeated 4-0 without their three best players,
Yeah,
I think it just goes to show that this team is going to be like an absolutely wagon this year. Like I was saying to my dad earlier, I was like, I think they're going to lose less than 10 games this year altogether.
Hmm.
yeah.
Like on a 68 game schedule, I could see them going like 62-6 or like
Now, is
59. Like,
is there
like maybe a couple shootout losses, but like regulation losses, they're not going to lose in regulation more than 8, 9 times.
is there a chance that Greentree just goes to the AHL and doesn't come back to Windsor, or is he like coming back to
No.
Windsor?
No, he'd
If
go
he
back
gets sent back down, he will go back to Windsor.
Okay. Whew. I was gonna say.
because they would otherwise he would be burning into his ELC contract, and
Okay.
LA doesn't want to do that.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
wonder because
He's
I'm like,
close. He's close to making that team, but
yeah, because I
he's
was gonna
like
say
time is on their side.
he's been throwing up some points. I've been like watching, but he's been good. I think
Well,
he had
yeah,
an assist the other night. But yeah,
Oh yeah, he's ready. He's
mhm.
ready and he's really close, but like time is on LA's side there. They don't want to
Yeah,
burn an early year on
yeah,
his contract for if he plays 10, 15 games, like that's not worth it
yeah.
for them.
You send him back here, we'll take him with open arms. Going, we're gonna go on a run here.
we're
He'll
gonna
get 150
Okay.
points.
So
Like
yeah, exactly.
what about Protus now? Will he be
No,
going to the
he's
A?
pro.
He's
He's
pro
pro.
now.
Yeah, he's gotta be pro. He has like physically can't go back down to junior.
So was he like overager last year or something, or was he like?
No, it's because he played pro in Europe.
Oh, okay.
If
I
you
don't really
play,
know
sorry,
those
if you
types
play
of.
junior, they call it like junior pro. If you play junior pro in Europe, that is like considered burning 2 years of your junior eligibility.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like
what so many
there's
guys like. A couple of years ago, a guy did that. R2 Karki on the Sioux Greyhounds. Same thing. They come to the O for a year, dominate their last year. Kasper Haltinen with the London Knights did the same thing because he plays in the SM Liga in Europe. So it's the same deal. And then they have to go play pro. So
I mean,
yeah, like
he's
there's a
ready.
very outside chance that he could, but it's not. It's really very rare chance that it could happen that they get him back.
Hmm. Yeah, last year watching him with the Spits, man, Protus, he was like a man on the ice amongst boys. Like it was insane watching him. He was big, strong. He had a cannon for a shot. He'd rip your head off in the corner. Like he was he's the real deal, man. And Washington is gonna absolutely love him when he goes up to finally play in in the show. But
yeah,
he's gonna be alongside his brother too. They're gonna be like twin fucking towers out there, and they're just gonna be feeding each other, crushing everybody. Like
yeah.
Ovi, stick around for a couple of years, buddy. You're gonna really like it.
They're yeah, they're Belarusian. That's
Yes.
not a common nationality in the NHL. So
Mhm.
that's cool to see.
Well, and the one thing that I think will kind of not thwart his ability to come back. Like Windsor's not going to be like begging him to come back because they've got their own Belarusian on their team right now, Bexult and McKeish, who's doing very well
Yes,
in
that's right.
the early going too. So like the talent level hasn't really dropped off, and like McKeish is doing very well to start, and he could very well be over 75, 80 points this year just in his first year in the O because he's showing that promise right now. So
Who else got off to a really hot start on the Spits?
Cole Davis.
Yeah, he
Yeah, Cole
was like
Davis, freak of
he's
nature.
or it's like did he have 3-1 in the first game?
Yes, he had a hat
Yeah.
trick in their first
And then he
game.
scored the next night and had a few assists. And then he was at like 8 or 9 points in like 3 games or something like that. Like just on fire. And it's nice too, because he's one of those guys that he's kind of like all over the ice, gets to those hard nose areas and stuff. So it's kind of nice to see a guy like that cashing in. That guy works his ass off.
Yeah,
Yep.
And so it's nice to see, and like obviously they all work hard. They're junior hockey players, but like I've seen him too just get floored a few times to make a play. And like it's like stuff like that, or to like go high off the glass or something, like taking hits too. So it's not only, it's not just a walk in the park all the time in the OHL. These guys take their lumps too. So he's one of those guys that definitely does that.
yeah, and Cole Davis
Yeah. And
played. Sorry,
go ahead.
Cole Davis played a year of junior B as well. Like that's something to consider. That he's someone who did the work to get where he's at,
Hmm.
and he's not just going to stop now that he's here. And
Yeah.
this is obviously a big year for him. He wants to prove his worth, and he's undrafted, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so he can prove himself to get a pro contract within this next year, be it ECHL, AHL. So, and he skated in camps before. Um, so I think he's going to get some good looks from NHL scouts. Undrafted free agents, they can become something. Think about Tampa Bay Lightning, right? Yenny Gord, and I believe there's someone else who I'm drawing a blank on that Tampa. Tyler Johnson.
Yep.
Both of them were unsigned junior players, too small, undersized,
It's
and
wild.
Stevie gave him a shot, and they won 2 Stanley Cups. So there you go.
Hmm. And Cole Davis kind of fits that profile too, right? He was
Yep.
during his like draft year, he was injured a lot, and even last year he was injured quite a bit too. So if he gets a strong showing this year, I absolutely think that you're right, Tristan. He could get an
Hmm.
NHL contract of some sort, like whether it's a two-way deal, AHL, ECHL. The kid's got the goods. So, and
Yeah.
he's shown that in junior, right? And you're hoping that when a guy is this old and he's played in the league for this long, that he does show that capability, right? That you take those opportunities and you score those goals. Like take a look like Matt Maggio. He
Yeah,
didn't get
exactly.
drafted. Yeah, he didn't get drafted in his draft year. He comes back and he scores 39 and he gets picked up by New York. And then the next year after that, he wins the scoring title. So like you hope that you can see that progression
Yeah.
from those guys. And that just means that that they're doing the work on their own, on their own time. Two, that the team is putting them in the right positions to be successful and they're using them the right way. So
Hmm.
Hmm.
um yeah, the like I said, I don't think the Spits are going to lose very many games this year. I know that this week coming up, they got to play Niagara, who's going to be a good team. Then they got to go on the road to play Brantford and Owen Sound. So this weekend will tell us a lot about what they're going to be able to do. Um, Brantford's going to be the best team in the Eastern Conference. And Owen Sound has the best goaltender in the CHL, arguably, in Carter George, who could be on the trading block toward the end of the season, considering it's his last year in the league. So, depending on where Owen
Imagine.
Sound is, if they want to go all in and try and go in,
I already know
if they
what
want to
you're
go all in
thinking.
and keep him, they could do that. If things don't go great, they could always trade him to another team down the 401.
Cough,
So,
Windsor. Cough, Windsor.
That would be unbelievable.
it, yeah,
Imagine that.
that's what people have been thinking, but.
Just
Because Carter George,
as long
I
as
was
it doesn't
the
turn
one,
into one of those fucking Shane Wright deals though, where it's like he comes in, gets hurt, and then doesn't
yeah,
play. Like, because a guy like
yeah,
that, a
I was
goaltender like that, like he's not gonna come for a bag of pucks. Like you're gonna have to really send some probably a bunch of draft picks and stuff the other way. Like there's gonna be a lot going the other way to get a guy like that here.
100%. Yeah, I was looking at an article that was talking about Green Tree, but at the same time they were talking about Carter George because he was also sent back from LA to Junior, and the writer of that article, I don't recall his name, I apologize, but he was saying like, hey, like wink, wink, like maybe you might see them playing on the same Junior team this year too. So who knows?
Please.
We'll see.
Mm.
I don't think that Windsor will put up that much to get a goalie like that for a rental. But who knows, man? Crazier things have happened. I didn't think they were going to get Shane Wright a couple years ago either, but they did. They put up Ethan Miedema and then sent a bunch of draft picks the other way, and it didn't go their way. So who knows?
Bill Bowler did an awesome job too, like coming back from that like Shane Wright deal because he ended up gaining a bunch of draft picks and deals and stuff like that where he built the bank essentially back up for the Spits because there was a point in time when we first went on the air there we're all kind of like we didn't know what and then they just flew out of the gates and then we were like
Yeah.
whoa and then they
Oh,
ended
it
up
could have
with
been. It could have been really bad.
and then they
I
ended up with
remember
the first overall pick, and you get
the
Ethan
first,
Belches. Like
the
and it's
first
just
broad I did.
Yeah.
Um, when Brett had offered me the position, I'm like, we got
Yes.
absolutely shelled, and I'm just sitting there thinking, this is terrible. Like I can't bear to watch this. Like the Spitfires, what is going on? And I don't even remember. I think the score was like 8-2 or something. They got filled in by Saginaw.
Yeah, it was like their last game of the year, right? It was
Yeah.
like last game of the year.
And I had to talk about being
Like
excited.
sending Tristan to the slaughter.
I had to be excited
It's
about
like,
us
hey, go
first
to this game.
overall. Like I was talking about, oh, here's who we could draft as opposed to, hey, good playoff outlook. But yeah, it is what it is. They turned it around quick, and
Yeah.
it's right. Credit to Bill Fuller.
Yeah. I remember you telling me after, like, Cliff, hey, asking Cliff, like, Cliff, is what I'm saying okay? He's like, yeah, you're just being completely honest. The team's in last place, man. What do you want? Like, that's,
yeah.
but they did a great job of restacking the cupboards with draft picks, and
Mhm.
they made some good picks with those players. And the next year they went from worst to first. They did a 54-point turnaround, a 52 or 54-point
Yeah.
turnaround. Like,
Insane
that's insane.
with a new
So
coach.
yeah,
Yeah,
with the new coach.
Like
So what can you say?
go
So
Spits,
that's
baby.
junior hockey that's junior hockey in a nutshell, though.
yeah,
You could be terrible one year and absolutely rip it up the next. It's just development and getting players getting older and
Yeah.
add a couple of key pieces like Ilya Protas to your team.
Yeah.
That helps a lot.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad. Any other thoughts on the OHL before we move to the
Nope.
PJHL?
Nope.
Beautiful. Well, I on Sunday night I wasn't paying attention to the game too close, but I
Oof.
was not expecting a 3-1 loss for the Essex 73s against the Blenheim Blades, but we
4-1.
3-1 loss.
6-1.
No,
No,
the
3-1 to Blenheim talking
Oh,
about.
okay, okay.
yeah. I
Yeah,
thought
I'm
Wait.
talking
you
about that Sunday game
Oh, it was
against
only 3 to
Blenheim.
1. Sorry, I'm thinking of
yeah,
Blenheim's loss to Amherstburg. My bad.
you threw me
Yeah,
off.
Blenheim came off a 6-1 loss to Amherstburg
Yeah.
the night before. They host the Essex 73s. They get up 2-0 in the first period, and they ride it out to a 3-1 win, a very
Mhm.
well-deserved 3-1 win.
Yeah.
After I saw the box score on Monday morning, I went back and I rewatched the game, and they put it to Essex in that game,
Mm.
right? Pretty two pretty nice goals in the first period.
Oh,
Was it Cam Sinisak? I didn't get a chance to see those goals too great on the stream, but Cam
Oh,
Sinisak had
they were
nice
beautiful.
videos on
yeah.
Instagram. And yeah, even the first one where DeConning tips it in between his skates, gets it on the blade and shoots it and scores. That was an insane play. And then a
You're,
few minutes later, tic tac toe behind the back drop pass, and then a cross ice feed for a tap in there to go up 2
Yeah.
nil. So Blenheim,
I mean,
fantastic win and one that they desperately needed, right?
I mean, you
yeah.
can't really be mad with two goals scored like that. Like those were two
Oh,
like beautiful goals. Like it's, it's.
yeah.
But there were some things too. Like Essex, we were a little flat. It was
Uh-huh.
just, and like I say it every year. I feel like I should just put it on a broken record. Just shoot the puck, shoot the puck, shoot the puck. Because sometimes I just feel that we're always trying to get too fancy.
Yeah.
And if you shoot more, you score more. If you score more, you win more. So that's why, you know what I mean? So like just rip it, baby. Like
It's
just
true.
rip
Like
it.
especially that game, they were flat-footed. They were getting beat to seemed like every loose puck. It was just Blenheim was getting there first. But you're right, Essex, even in the game, the recent win over Dresden, they've had
Last night.
the multiple odd man rushes where they just don't shoot and they pass it off or they try for the trick play. And it's like, you have a wide open shot, take it. You're
Yeah.
going to score 9 times out of 10, especially former junior B players who have a really good shot. The guy who I'm ragging on had 3 points last night, so that just says something. But anyway,
But yeah, I find that they
Yeah,
were
and
trying that
go ahead.
they were just trying to make that fancy like saucer pass. Like they were,
yeah,
like they're going down 2-on-1. The D stayed right in the middle, right? So he's not going to give them, that pass lane or whatever. And then they try to like force it through. Where if the guy stays right in the like middle like that, then I'm shooting. By the time I hit about the like hash marks or so, rip it.
yeah, exactly.
But go ahead, Brad. I know you were going to say something.
And I was just going to point out the shots against Blenheim. Essex did outshoot Blenheim 36-21. So Jake Van Coyley played very well in his net. He only
Yeah,
gave
he
up
did.
one goal in the third period, and that was pretty late. And then Essex and then Blenheim
Yeah.
put one into an empty net, I believe, to finish things off.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Hats off to him.
you can't really say that they didn't not put shots on goal,
Yeah.
but
But
Van Coyley played very well
yes, he
in
did.
that regard.
Yeah.
Oh,
But to Essex's credit, they came back 2 nights later and they put up 41 shots on goal in a 3-1 win over the Dresden Junior Kings or Dresden Kings, whatever you want to call them. I enjoyed that game. I thought it was very well played. I thought it was nice back and forth. I thought the Graham brothers were all over the ice. And it really wasn't settled. Like I thought, that the chance for a comeback or a tying goal was there until we saw an incredible highlight reel goal from Connor Hunt to make
Mhm.
it. Or sorry, a nice setup from Connor Hunt
yeah,
to make it 3-1. So a good bounce back game. Noah Matheson with the third goal there, or so yeah, with the goal, yeah, with the third goal there, with less than 2 minutes to go in the third period.
Mhm.
Anyone's game was fantastic. Back and forth action, a lot of physicalness in there, and then in the last 45 seconds or so, things got a little ugly with a little bit of a melee. But
Mhm.
that's junior hockey, baby. Like these
Mhm.
guys have played each other three
yeah,
times in the last 3 weeks. Of course, they're going to be a little mad at each other. Uh, you know,
Mhm.
Two. What did I see here? 1946, 40,
Yeah, there was a bunch of minutes there.
14 seconds left in the game. Four
Mhm.
penalties for Dresden with 14 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
But what can we say? And I
One
think
of
what really started that was that Matthew Cole hit minutes
oh,
to go. They were just where he just let one there. Where he got a boarding call.
I thought it was going to be worse than a boarding call. He came straight off the bench and absolutely flattened
yeah,
Dresden King into the boards, like just
he is an assassin. That guy.
crushed him. And immediately Kyle Flood was like,
Oh, and you know what? I think the first game of the year too, he went into the corner with somebody in Dresden, and he like flattened somebody to where like it was noticeable. Like I went, whoa. And it was like first game of the year. He was maybe 2 minutes in. I told him, you keep throwing hits like that, we're gonna be able to make you a montage here by the end of the year. And whose jersey does he wear? Ours.
Patrick Hockey, baby.
Not a
So
boy. Not a
yeah,
boy
but
Cole.
I told him
I was
last night.
watching the game.
I said I love your game. He's physical. And like it's junior hockey. Like there should be hitting. There should be lots of hitting and he plays the game the right way. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Some of the hits might look a little brutal, but you got to figure he's hitting with some force too. So guys that don't necessarily take hits the best, it kind of looks worse too, right? It's like a yard sale when he hits you, but yeah, he rocks people, but it's refreshing. I love it.
Yeah.
I was watching the game with my little son. I was putting him to bed, and I was just settling him down. We're watching the game, and we saw that hit, and he goes, "Big boom!" He fall down.
Oh.
I was laughing my ass
Dr-
off.
So
Daddy, big boom! I was like, "Yeah, that's Matt Cole right there."
so so
So I just thought, yeah,
so Drew was at he was there last night with
yep,
my like nephew there, Jace, and that hit happened right in front of him. And Drew said it was insane. He's like, I thought they were gonna land on my lap, but it was yeah, it was a big hit. And like I said, at the end of the game too, I don't know why the refs didn't just send everybody to the dressing room. Like, you know what I mean? They're in the box, they're yelling at each other, everything's still like, just send them off. I don't get why they put them in the penalty box. But
Yeah.
you
I'm
know what
not
I
sure.
mean? There's 14 seconds left. You just had what was on the verge of a full scale line brawl. It was close.
hmm
And like everybody's yelling at each other and heated. Just go, bye, guys. If the other team scores 2 goals in 14 seconds, we'll come grab you for the overtime. Like, you know what I mean? But until then, bye. And then you just completely eliminate everything that's going nuts, right? And everybody too, like what I seen there during that is I seen two teams that battled all night that are sick of each other, that every game they've played, they've had close, tight, hard hitting games, and they're getting sick of each other. And guess what? It is great for junior hockey. I absolutely love it. It's
Yeah.
entertaining. It's not like this year, the Stobbs, like we said earlier, the Stobbs is really tightened up to where now
Oh, it's very tight.
every game is like we're not like you don't really see a lot of blowouts this year. You're not seeing those 9-1, 10-1 games. Now the ones that are getting blown out are the ones that it's like 4-1. You
yeah.
know, like there's no like big blowout. So I like this year is going to be a good year, man.
The playoffs are going to be fun.
Yeah.
I think lower seeds are going to be able to pull off some upsets.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like Amherstburg, whoever they play. Like if it becomes Amherstburg and Blenheim, that's going to be a great first round.
Yeah. And
Like
Amherstburg's 3-1 right now.
there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
So
Do you want me to recap the standings before we close out the show?
Sure.
sure.
So of course, eight teams in the West Stop Division at the time of this recording. Walpole is 0-7 on the year, 7 goals for, 40 against. In seventh place is Wheatley Olmsted Sharks. 5 games played, they are 2-3 with 4 points, 18 goals for, 19 against. The Moortown Flags, led by Johnny Moortown himself. 6 games played, three wins, 3 losses, 6 points, 18 goals for, 21 against. Blenheim, 5 games played, 3 wins, 2 losses, 6 points, 16 goals for, 11 against. Amherstburg, 4 games played, 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 goals, 6 points, and 1 OT win. Sorry, I'll mention that as well. One of those 3 wins is in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
15 goals for, 11 against. The Dresden Kings, they have 7 games played. They are 3-1-1. That overtime loss is to the Amherstburg Admirals. They have 7 points and they have scored 27 goals against 22 against. The Essex 73 is in second place, 6 games played, 4 goals or 4 wins, 2 losses for 8 points, 19 goals for and 12 against. And in first place, the Lakeshore Canadians 4-0 on the year for 8 points. They have 21 goals for and 5 against. Last thing that I'll say, we saw before we recorded today, Tristan, you shared this, that the Amherstburg Admirals are going to be hosting a game against the
Yes.
Moortown Flags in the rink that Ant made famous, the Harrow Arena, October 16th. Against Moortown. So kind of like what we used to see when Sean Marintate was the head coach of the Kingsville Comets. He would bring a game or two per season to Harrow Arena. I believe this is going to be the first of 2 games at Harrow Arena this year for the Amherstburg Admirals. Of course, people that don't know, Amherstburg and Harrow share a local minor hockey system that's called the Lake Erie North Stars. So this makes perfect sense. And I think, get out to a different venue, go out and, kind of explore your crowd, trying to expand your fan base, so to speak. And, why not play some Junior C hockey in Harrow Arena?
Yeah, it'll be cool. I'm excited to see it.
Want to know what would have been really cool? If it was us and the Admirals there.
Maybe one
You know what
day.
I mean? Because Essex and Harrow are one, as not like hockey wise, town wise are one, and
Yes.
Amherstburg is with Harrow hockey wise. Kind of makes sense, but I think, and it's not us later on in the year, like the other ones later on in the year. I forget the date. Someone told me the 2 dates, but it's not us. It's another team. I feel like this time, who is it? Is it
It's Moortown.
Moortown? It's Moortown this time. So Johnny's gonna get spins in Harrow. Sweet. That's pretty sweet. Um,
Pre-game meal at
here's
Godfather's.
here's the thing, and this is the thing that I want to ask you guys is Harrow is a much smaller ice surface. So how do you think the teams are going to have to adjust? This could favor Moortown because Moortown has a little bit of a smaller rink. So this
Yep.
could play more into their style where Amherstburg has that big, beautiful rink, right? So, I mean, it's going to be a good game. I'm probably going to hit it up. I'm probably going to go. Not going to lie.
I'm gonna be on days, so the plan is for me to go and check out that game as well in the flesh. No, it'd be even
Oh,
better if you guys called it.
I don't
do
think they
Third
they
have one.
party.
do they have electricity in the Harrow Arena?
Oh, you're funny,
Actually,
Tristan.
it's by bicycle. So
Yeah.
we're just gonna wind it up.
Yeah.
Tristan, you can just go hit the
They have a
bike, and
nice
that's how we
big
keep the lights
windmill
on.
outside.
They have a crank and it
But yeah,
just
that'd be a
opens
lot of
up the
fun.
ceiling like the Sky Dome or something.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, there's a river that runs right by the rink there, and that's how we power it with
Yeah.
with hydroelectric power.
Hydroelectric
Yeah.
dam.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But yeah, it's
But
cool that
something cool.
it's cool that the league is like finally gonna play some game. Like they should do that, bounce it around once in a while, get some different crowds in.
For sure.
And the part that's good is I seen on the Addies there, they wrote on their thing that the next day is a PA day for the kids. So they're probably expecting a big crowd there, a big young crowd. That would be a good game to do. Hey, it's minor like hockey night. If kids wear your jersey, you get in free. You
Smart.
would definitely draw some numbers in, but let's face it, that arena is probably going to be packed.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's probably going to be jammed because how often does it happen? But now we said it's going to happen twice, but still though, it's pretty cool. I love it.
Yeah, and like I said, it brings me back to when Sean Marintate was the head coach at the Kingsville Comets, and they would bring him down there,
It's
a
cool.
couple of blocks away from my parents' house. Why not, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
hmm Anything else from you, gentlemen, before we close out the show? We've got some playoff baseball to watch.
Oh, go Tigers, baby. How about that? Number one.
I
Um,
got to get a haircut, so I'll miss part of the Tigers game,
mhm.
but
Also, too, Tristan and I are going to be on the call Saturday night for the Tilbury Bluebirds. So
Ooh,
for anybody that wants to tune in, I believe it. I don't know if it goes on their YouTube page or whatever. We can post a link on our socials if anybody wants to tune in for that. So Tristan
Yep.
and I will be on the call. They're playing the Strathroy Jets,
Yeah.
who have signed Rob Schremp and Brandon Prust. Prust is not in the lineup though. I did ask him. He said he's not in the lineup until October 17th is his first game. So he's not in the lineup, but we might see Schremp. So hopefully he dresses. And guys, if you ever get the chance, go down there. It's good. They're signing former pros and stuff like that. There's a name that we can't say yet because
okay.
they haven't really, but there's a few big names that are floating around there right now, the birds that could be signing there. So, but even then, go see these games. They're awesome. They're all, like I said, they're former pro OHL guys, college and university guys. It's good hockey. It's gritty hockey. And it's just the way we love it. Before we leave, too, I want to give a shout out to Integral Hockey, to Dave Scott. He hooked me up with a stick. I got a shit. What is it called again? I don't know. It's a new fancy one, but gave me a great deal on it. So for anybody that doesn't know, he like fixes the stick. So if there's pro model sticks, he gets them from the Spitfires, pro team, stuff like that, and he knows how to fix them. But there's other spots that do it too. But he has it figured out to where it's like a science, and it doesn't add any weight to the stick. Okay, so
Okay.
I went there. Yeah, I had a great experience with him. I bought a stick off him. He's an incredible guy. He's going to start setting up at kids stuff around here, tournaments and stuff like that. Pulls a like trailer. It's all wrapped. You'll see it. Just hop in the trailer there. You can grab a stick. He's got big stick racks and everything on the trailer. It is gorgeous. I'm telling you right now, you would love it. And it's actually the father of, is it Tyler Scott, who used to play for the 73s?
Yeah.
Yes, it's his dad.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, incredible job, incredible guy, incredible business. Stick's great. I got a Twitch. That's what I got. I bought a Twitch, and the price was right. So make sure you guys hit them up too.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, a last thing that I will say, Windsor Lancers hockey opens up the regular season on Sunday, October 5th against York. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure to visit golancers.ca and go to the Capri Pizza Rec Center as well for,
Mhm.
like you said, former OHL guys, OJHL, Junior B. Go check it out. The price is right as well. And of course, you can watch that on OUA TV. I won't be doing that game. Cody Rousson will be, but I'll be on the call later this year. Any other
Nice.
thoughts, boys?
Go Tigers.
All right, go Tigers. From all of us here at Hat Trick Hockey, thanks for tuning in. Support our sponsors because they support us. Use that promo code HTH Podcast
There you go.
at biosteel.ca to get 20% off of your order. And of course, use the same promo code HTH Podcast on Harry's Hockey Tape to get 10% off your order there. From Ant and Tristan, I'm Brett saying so long, and we'll see you next time on Hat Trick Hockey. Good night.
I lost my fire.